I'm Grace Watson. I'm 32 years old, a financial analyst from Richmond, Virginia. For years, I poured tens of thousands of dollars into keeping my family in Charlottesville afloat. Rent, private school tuition for my niece, medical bills, everything. I told myself it was my duty, my way to stay connected to them. But every time I reached out, I got silence. No invites to family gatherings. No phone calls. Just excuses. Then I'd scroll online and see their photos, smiling at parties, on vacations, the same ones I paid for, and me left out, like I didn't even exist. Then came that April evening, a rare family dinner, one I was actually invited to. I sat there hoping for warmth, but instead my parents leaned in and said, "You're not family, Grace, you're just a wallet." My sister smirked. "We're fine without you." Those words hit like a punch. I walked out, heart racing, knowing I had to do something drastic. What happened next flipped their world upside down. When I was a kid in Charlottesville, my family looked picture perfect from the outside. But inside, it was a different story. My dad, Richard Watson, an insurance salesman. My mom, Carol, a part-time librarian. And their favorites? My brother Russell and my sister Danielle. Russell could do no wrong. He'd bring home C's and Dad would grin. "That's my boy." Danielle? She'd skip school and get called spirited. Me? I was the afterthought. Straight A's, awards, trophies, all met with a shrug. I still remember one Christmas. Russell bragged about crashing Dad's Chevy. Dad laughed and gave him the keys again. Danielle demanded a new dress. Mom bought it. I asked for a $10 astronomy book. Mom sighed. "We're tight this month, Grace." Tight for me, but never for them. School became my escape. I studied hard, won state math competitions, got a full scholarship to the University of Virginia. When I told them, Dad said, "Good, saves us money." Mom added, "Don't get cocky, no pride, no love, just indifference," so I left home, determined to build a life where I mattered. Years later, they started struggling. Dad's job faded. Mom's health declined. Danielle had a daughter, Luna, and was struggling as a single mom. So when they called, asking for help, I said yes. Every month I sent money. $1,000 for rent, $8,000 a year for Luna's school, thousands more for Mom's medical bills. Over 5 years, I sent tens of thousands, quietly, without complaint. I thought it would bring us closer. It didn't. They kept asking for more. Dad wanted $5,000 for roof repairs. Danielle wanted a few thousand for clothes and vacations. Mom used guilt. Family takes care of family, Grace, but no one ever said thank you. No one ever asked how I was doing. Then one night I saw it. Scrolling through Instagram, I froze. There they were, my parents smiling at their anniversary party. The same people whose rent I paid never even invited me. Weeks later, and more photos. My family on a beach trip. Mom, Dad, Danielle, all laughing. Paid for by my money, I called. Mom said, "It's not a big deal, Grace. We figured you were too busy." Danielle added, "You wouldn't fit in." Not fit in? With the family I've been funding for years? That was the breaking point. I called my Aunt Beverly, the only honest one left. "Aunt Bev, why do they keep leaving me out?" She sighed. "Grace, you're their cash cow. They don't need you there. They need your money." That night I cried, not just from hurt, but realization. I wasn't family. I was a wallet. Then came the dinner. The night everything broke, I drove to Charlottesville, hoping for change. We sat at the table. I tried to reconnect. "Maybe we could do something together," I said. Dad looked up. "Let's be real, Grace. You're not family. You're just a wallet," Mom nodded. "It's true, Grace. You provide. That's your role." Danielle smirked. "We're fine without you." And Russell? Silent. Always silent. My chest burned. Years of giving, erased in a single moment. I pushed back my chair. "I'm done," I said. "You won't get another cent from me," Dad scoffed. "You'll come around," Danielle laughed. Mom just stared, but I didn't come around. That night, I went home, opened my laptop, and canceled every payment. Rent, tuition, medical bills, all of it, and for the first time in my life, I felt free. The fallout came fast. Calls, texts, Danielle screaming about Luna's tuition, Mom crying about rent, Dad saying I was hurting the family, but I didn't give in. I was done being used. Without my money, their perfect little world collapsed. They moved to a smaller place, sold their car. Danielle's lifestyle vanished, and me? I finally started living. I focused on myself, therapy, work, new friends who cared about me, not my wallet. I even found a way to help. Luna directly, a small scholarship in her name, quietly, anonymously, because she's innocent in all this. Months later, Dad emailed asking for a small loan. I deleted it. Mom called saying she missed me. I let it go to voicemail. And Danielle? She posted online about betrayal, but I didn't care, because I finally learned something. Family isn't owed your loyalty when they don't offer theirs. Kindness without respect becomes exploitation, and sometimes choosing yourself isn't selfish. It's survival. I'm Grace Watson, and for the first time, I'm free.